Sorry, think about who's faulting Wendy Williams for a monstrous monetary wreck. And no, it's not some savage on the web, but rather the man himself, Kevin Tracker. Make a plunge with me as I uncover Kevin's most recent charges and why the web is all shades of shock. I'm still enamored. I don't have the foggiest idea what to do. Like, are you serious with this? Is truly going down. Hey everybody, and welcome back to Celeb Live channel. Now, assuming you've been passing up the most sweltering tea around, don't worry, since I take care of you today. I'm jumping profound into a story that has got everybody humming. Kevin Tracker, in the wake of being cornered by some serious bank inconveniences, has concluded that Wendy Williams is the foundation of every one of his concerns. Might you at any point accept it? They generally viewed at me as life, so it appears to be that karma is placing in some extra time on Kevin Tracker's case, as though things couldn't get any hazier for him. Now his banks jumped in and let loose, hitting him with a claim for his piles of obligation. Right when you figure it can't deteriorate for poor Kevin, karma generally appears to disprove us. Like Wendy said herself, I swear each time we feel such, Kevin's reality could never deteriorate. Karma figures out how to exacerbate it now. The person is very brave. He's pointing his finger at Wendy, guaranteeing she's the justification for his untidy monetary difficulties. I mean, could you at any point accept this? Is he genuinely recommending that Wendy some way or another made his banks to him? Discuss shifting responsibility elsewhere. I'm paying provision. Kevin's plummet into monetary vestiges began when Wendy's syndicated program hit a rough patch, and she cut off his divorce settlement installments. Poor Kevin, he's been residing high on Wendy's well-deserved dollars. And when that very much dried up, he was left stranded. And in the event that we investigate what is going on, obviously he was continuously resting on Wendy's liberality. Once the divorce settlement check halted his monetary security, brought down like a place of cards, it's not only the bank pursuing Kevin's non-existent applications. Either claims are descending upon him from all sides. He's being sued past on right and center. A horrible circumstance to be in. No question our marriage. I've had some significant awareness of her nearly starting from the starting. I've realized that Kevin is a sequential cheat anyway. The genuine beginning stage of Kevin's inconveniences can be followed back to his undertaking with Sharina. Regardless of promising Wendy he wouldn't irritate one more kid, he felt free to do. Simply that this selling out drove him down a street of mishaps that he's actually walking along. She was having something of an existential emergency, where she was like, how am I not discussing this? But rather, I can't, on the grounds that I have a child. And here's the kicker. Kevin and his first priority, Serena, had been residing quite easily, all on account of Wendy's support. Yet, when that monetary spigot was switched off, their stupendous way of life came crashing down. To provide him with a bit of credit, Kevin attempted to set a couple of organizations for Serena, yet think about what they generally slumped with no accomplishment. Not too far off, they surrendered and chose to reside off Wendy's support. Yet, like the familiar axiom goes, all beneficial things should reach a conclusion, and kid, did they ever. I was terminated in light of the fact that I got a separation oak. Currently, how about we go? We should expand on this entire out of the manager that she was dependably 10 strides ahead. Her legal advisors created that liquor is more tight than a new facelift, expressing that assuming that her gig was small, we finished. Or then again, on the off chance that she didn't get a comparable paying television program, what happens next is anyone's guess with regards to Kevin's severance pay. This isn't an agreement, honey. It's a round of chess. Kevin's response, well, as the man himself said, as the spouse for 20 or more years, and the maker of the Wendy Williams show, I was qualified for my half of all that we had. Very much like some other couple, separating from the feeling of treachery was unmistakable, particularly when he added about associating Wendy's Wells Fargo consultant with some obscure business. Yet the genuine kicker, Wendy's cash was frozen in Wells Fargo, making any endeavors to hack up some money for Kevin essentially unimaginable. Loof now. No one needs to see anybody battle, yet Kevin's monetary troubles took a nosedive and things got dull genuine speedy, in a way that would sound natural to him. I have fallen behind on the majority of my bills in the event that the property holder's affiliation expenses are not paid for conclusion. Wilson follow my vehicle protection hasn't been paid because of not getting month-to-month severance installments. It resembles watching a VIP drama. In actuality, the dramatization doesn't stop there. He included I'm behind MasterCard installments. Since I have no cash since the severance installments were suspended, genuinely a venture transgress yet Kevin. Ever the contender figured he could prosecute Winnie and force those installments on the off chance that we're talking rebounds. This ain't it, the appointed authority not having any of it, and thrown his case quicker than last season's style. Currently, here's where it gets succulent. Kevin's accomplice, Sharina, who's been with him through various challenges, is supposed to have said, "Bye, Felicia," when the cash dried up word on the road. She's out and probably won't be basically as quiet as we naturally suspect an insider indicated. And let me let you know the anxiety toward being sued by the bank isn't the possibly worry here in the event that Serena chooses to leave it wouldn't come as a shock to anybody in the event that she makes a lawful move for kid support. Appears as though Kevin's wallet may be confronting a few additional hits. All things considered, this adventure fills in as a useful example for everybody out there. Generally read the fine print. And don't place all your investments or bills tied up on one place, particularly assuming that crate held by your ex you realize it's exceptionally open. It resembled some other separation. Discuss a hurricane of injury. So after that multitude of court trickeries, with Wendy you'd figure Kevin would get a break right off base jump into this next delicious digit now. Kevin is neck profound with a hit he applied for their Visa signature visa. And let me tell ya, he wasn't swiping for some retail treatment court records. Uncover litigant kept up with or potentially kept up with specific investment funds at U.S. Monetary Administrations, which is a subsidiary of BOMBSHELL Bank. Regarding the prior respondent applied for a utilization Visa signature visa gave by the EBS Bank and concurred in addition to other things that any ABES utilization a mark visa gave to him would be represented by the conditions of a different MasterCard card part arrangement. Got all that cool reason. Here's where it gets hot. Similar reports spill the EBS Bank has progressed specific credit to respondent under the record. Because of those credit propels under the record, there is a remarkable funds owed in how much north of $20,000 as of WAC 28, 2020 pre-2023 or more premium lawyer expenses and different costs. Freight. Kevin went on a shopping binge and failed to remember the brilliant rule on the off chance that you can't get it 2 times. Don't get it by any stretch of the imagination. Those valuable open doors he had throughout the long term. The name and distinction that accompanied being related with Wendy. And what does he do? Goes overboard on extravagance things for his fancy woman. Exemplary now. This ain't tattle from the grapevine. OBS Bank took care of business, sending Kevin admonitions via letters dated January 23, 2023, and WAC 1st, 2023, refreshed by his litigant in addition to